Do you have any questions for me? I don't even know what he's going to ask me, but okay, let's start. Let's start with you.
What did your friends or family say when you're going to Korea?
My mother, what did my family and friends say? First, a few friends who are quite ignorant about universal traveling. And what I mean by universal traveling is when you travel, it is a universal experience. Right? You want to get in touch with different cultures and try to learn. A lot of my friends did not understand why I wanted to come to Korea. For Americans, I think Japan and China has more of a bigger reputation. Whereas Korea, we're sort of just learning about Korea. And when we think of Korea, we think of North Korea all the time. And Kim Jong-il, and now K-pop and Psy, that's sort of infiltrating American pop culture. My mother was always supportive though. My mother said, hey, you've traveled in the past, and why not learn something different? Learn a new language and widen your perspective about the world. And so my mother was very supportive, so was my friends, but a few friends were cautious. Oh, the nuclear warheads, we're gonna have nuclear war. And so a lot of people were cautious, but very supportive at the same time. Any other questions, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. What is the biggest difference between Korea and USA?
The biggest difference between Korea and USA? Well, I think there are a lot of differences. I think Korea has a strict national identity. And so Korea really focuses on a bloodline. I am Korean. Korean bloodline and nationality, they sort of go hand in hand. Whereas in America, we're a multicultural society, so anyone can be American. It doesn't matter how you look like. You can be Asian, black, Hispanic, white, Arabic, Arab. You can be American because it's just a national identity. It doesn't have a strict tie to bloodline. So I think that's the biggest thing. And that can have advantages or disadvantages. One of the disadvantages include not really having the same value system. Sometimes different groups in different states, they think about their America quite differently from someone else. Whereas Koreans, during political season, sometimes different provinces don't like each other, but they're still Korean, right? So that's the biggest difference. Yeah, that's it. All right, what about you? Any questions for me?
How and why did you become teacher?
Why did I become a teacher? I'm a poet. I've always wanted to write about different aspects of living and sharing what I've learned from people. And I think teaching English was the easiest way to learn about different cultures and travel. So work and travel. And I've always wanted to leave America so I can just get out of my bubble. And so English teaching was the perfect job for me to leave. And I really enjoy teaching. And I never thought I would become a teacher when I was younger. So remember that. I never thought I would become an English teacher. That opportunity came to me later on. After I graduated from university, I was like, I want to travel. What is the top traveling jobs? Oh, English teaching. I think I can do that. And so I went for it. Yeah. What about you? No, I'm sorry, another question. Another question.
Do Americans think about our K-pops? Because we made 70s and 80s songs of America, or they copy Madonna.
Yeah. So you're asking me what I think about K-pop? That's the question.
What do Americans usually
think about K-pop? Oh, I think you're right. That huge boy band, girl band, that was something that was sort of popular in the 80s and 90s. Backstreet Boys, New Kids on the Block. There are certain elements of hip hop and R&B and electronic and
There's
dance.
only one genre in Korea.
Right, but there are many genres in Korea, but it's just not as popular as K-pop.
Yes.
Whereas in America, we have huge followings for different genres.
Rhythm and blues.
Right, rhythm and blues.
Rock bands.
Right, rock, country, heavy metal, death metal, punk. There's so many different genres, hip hop, that have a huge following and almost equal representation.
Yes.
Whereas K-pop just dominates. People think about Korea, they think about K-pop. So for me, I think that can be a huge disadvantage because there's so many really talented Koreans from other genres of music in Korea. And I think if Korea wants to push their culture, make it more international, they need to highlight their different sides of music. What do you think about K-pop? Do you have any feelings for K-pop?
I don't like it.
You don't like K-pop? What about you?
I'm not able to K-pop.
To K-pop? He sounds so sad. He's like, no, I don't like K-pop. What are your goals for the future?
My goals for the future, I attended a special high school like him, but it's public and it's Busan International High School. So I hope, I only hope I could get into the Chicago University.
Wow.
And I want to major in economics and get a job in Goldman Sachs.
Goldman Sachs. Wow. So yeah, right. Man. Okay. So you want to study in America, major in economics, and perhaps work for a big juggernaut, right? All right. What about you? What are your goals for the future outside of high school?
For the future is build or fund the hospital for their region that has no hospital.
Oh wow.
In Jeonnado and Gangwon-do, there is no hospital for women who is pregnant, and they have to go other cities to
Right.
bear a baby.
So you want to be able to build hospitals in areas that just don't have it.
Yeah.
That's huge. I've never heard of these answers from other students. So it looks like you put some thought into these answers. Okay, I guess that's it. Unless you have any more questions for me, anything you've been dying to ask me all year.
Okay. How do you make your reggae hair?
Ah, my hair. I knew it. He's like, how do you do that? Well, I don't know if you remember in March early this year, I had a slideshow that talked about, do you remember? So reggae is music. It's a musical genre, and it's really popular. There's so many different reggae artists. Peter Tosh and Bob Marley are amongst the most popular. But this has been around for thousands of years. Egyptian culture, the Mali Empire, cultures in India. But basically, when I basically take a shower, wash my hair, keep it thoroughly clean because ladies love clean. Clean hygiene for men. So you gotta look presentable and keep it clean. So I take a shower and it gets really puffy. Hugensaram, our hair is like, it grows like an afro, whereas your hair is kind of like straight. And so it's easier for me to do this. And so when I take a shower, it puffs up, and I grab the puff here, and I twist. 이렇게 할 수 있어요. Wow. You see it? Now, if I want to untangle it, I have to actually cut it off. But my hair would still grow like afro. Yeah. So it's very different. And Ajumas always grab my hair. 이렇게 진짜 머리요? 네, 진짜 머리요. 어떻게 감아요? 이렇게 할 수 있어요. Have to keep showing the Busan Ajuma is really funny. And so, yeah, that's my hair. And so, all right. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing this interview. I really appreciate it. Maybe 10, 15 years from now, you can watch this interview and look at yourself. You might laugh. I think I'm gonna laugh also at myself. But thank you again for checking out the interview series with my wonderful students. This was part 3 of the series. I might extend the series later on, but I just wanted to provide a different perspective from my students. So that was it. One love, peace, and be free. Annyeong.